Okay, everybody, so I am ready for this session, and this is the paranormal session. We're going to see what words it throws real quick. No voices that's audible that will come up. You'll hear things like grunts or groans or something like that, you know, but no words. The words come up, but not like in some other vibes that people have. So I'm waiting for a word to come up. And I like this one because it throws words, and a lot of times it connected. So I was like, well, this is pretty cool, you know, because it's connecting and everything like that. So we're looking behind us, we're looking to the side, we're looking back that way. The sun is peeking out a little bit, so we're gonna see what words it throws for this quick session here as we go into the evening hours. When I was younger and went to college, you know, people ask you where you're from and all that, and my mother's family is from Lee County, South Carolina, and other parts of South Carolina as well. And my paternal family is from Tampa, Florida. I was born in Tampa, Florida, and I'm a Floridian. But you know, when you tell people your origins, first thing they would say when you said South Carolina was like, Lizardman. And back then, you just was so over it. But now you come to appreciate it. And again, when people ask me or they talk about it, you know, I always defend, you know, what Chris saw. And I always defend what the Way family saw, because these are people who are upright. And here's a word that came up, something. Something around us, or ain't that something? You know, you don't always have to go to the dark side, but something is something looking at us. Because remember I told you when I was out there, you know, when you hike or you hear things or you don't hear things, or birds get quiet, you know, or if you have a sense of intuitive something. So it said something. So yeah, you know, I couldn't appreciate it back then because, you know, people were just trying to make it a joke, because I always knew and defended that, yes, I believe what Chris saw, because I have saw some things, you know, in my lifetime, but I'm saving those for when things happen. All right, so this says wagon, but we just saw a SUV that just passed here with like a trailer. It's not a wagon, but it said wagon. One thing about these fall, did somebody fall off a wagon, something? And when you get these readings, especially when, you know, you're not doing a graveyard session or something like that, and you're just out, you never know what's picking up to tell you maybe what happened around in the atmosphere. So that's why I use this to just throw words and stuff like that. But yeah, like with Stephen Colbert on his show, and Steve Corbin, when they brought it up, you know, Stephen Colbert's from South Carolina, but even he tried to bring in the dark, crazy side, saying, you know, the kid was hallucinating, and they tried to refer to like drugs, and it wasn't even that kind of party with us in high school like that, even though, yeah, kids do drugs or whatever. But this, he saw what he saw. Not only did he see it, okay, so we have a truck, so we got a big semi, but he's okay. That's why, and he knows to go where he needs to go. And a lot of these too could be moms. Some of these could be children that mom teach out here because they love her. All right, so we got something that says lie. Okay, so something, wagon, fall, lie. And what it does is give you a list that you can export. So I export the list to another app, and then you can just kind of look over it, because it could not attach itself to what's happening now. it could attach to something that may happen on down the line, or just anything. So when you do these things and they throw words, like I just said, line, you don't know what it's attaching itself to out here. It could not be that. So I don't ask questions specifically, but for this session, I'll just say, does a lizard man come and visit through this area? This is the 35th anniversary. But yeah, coming from a good family, Chris did. Good family, you know, nice acres of land, brick home out there. You know, just a guy coming from work and encountered a phenomenon that had scientists come from all over the world. And again, that little session that we did after we got back from summer, what was left of our summer, and this says sat. You don't know how these things come through. It may not be full thing. So Saturday is the Lizardman stop. So will he come through on Saturday? Because I just asked that. Has a Lizardman come through? So he'll probably do a sighting on Saturday. But yeah, we believed him, and we had nothing to make up. It wasn't that time for trying to be influencers or have the digital atmosphere that we have now. Back in 1988, you know, everybody was just trying to, you know, go to the different roller rinks, clubs, the mall, baseball games, basketball games, a lot of baseball games in the summer, cookouts, you know, go on family vacations, you know, go to our young clubs, go out to the lake, you know, lakes, go to the national park. We got a national park here. People want to get on the paddle boats. Nobody was making up no story about no, oh my God, I saw the lizard man. Okay, we're gonna turn the air back on real quick, and we're gonna see what else we can get from this session real quick. Sometimes I'll just ride in the city, in the rural, just wherever I am, and I'll throw it on sometime to see what it does. I'll throw some links for some of the sessions that I did. I went to the family graveyard. That one was pretty interesting. Okay, so when it gets red, another word comes through. This is a so no fuss, no muss type of app right here. So I love this one. And sometimes it'll die down, so I always figure, well, maybe they don't want to speak or say a word or anything like that. But one good thing about the sighting with the lizard man and everything that Chris said was that obviously it was watching him. You know, things that stalk, you know, if you're doing the hunting and stuff like that, out in the woods, and animals that see you. And so probably was watching him. He had food in the car. He had the light from the car. This says dig. Okay, so what could this be? You know, I'm always thinking different things. This could have nothing to do with Chris. Just words thrown, like, again, could anything happen in the area? But yeah, you know, Chris had the door open, had the sandwich, his food there, getting off work from the fast food restaurant, trying to change a tire, and then as soon as he hears stuff, because he's perceptive, you know, he gets back in, and then this thing is running up to 40 miles per hour beside him, jumps on the car. He tries to get it out of the car. He successfully does that, and he is panicked. Chris is in panic mode. Okay, so anybody else would be, but we were just like, thank God, Chris, you're okay. So as a woman in media and a journalism woman, and I always do integrity, facts is facts, opinion is opinions, living that, being a classmate, being a friend, knowing what I've seen that cannot be explained in others as well. And again, the Way family that don't get enough press, and I can respect them not wanting to do the interview, because like I said before, everybody else made it about so many other people over the people who actually saw the accounts. You know, you get fed up. No, I don't blame them. Shout out, because that's another fine family. So we're still on the word dig. So yeah, everything that Chris said happened, definitely believe him, because once again, it wasn't that kind of party. It wasn't that kind of party to be making up that kind of nonsense. All right. Oh, we have somebody at the top down. They better. We got a lot of convertibles that just came through here and stuff like that. So it's a beautiful stretch of road with really beautiful people who go to work and do their thing. A lot of people have their acres of land, black and white, and native and all that. And you know what I'm saying? This is it. All right, mansion. So we're getting different things that has completely, absolutely nothing to do with the Lizardman right now. So you just never know what's going on through here. And these people be flying fast, like they be hitting these curves because they're very curvy up through here. Okay, Sacra Rest. Now this is quite different, so I'm gonna have to look that up. Rest, sacred rest, Sacra Rest. All right, so we're gonna have to look that up. So far the words that we got: wagon, fall, lie, sat, dig, mansion, Sacra Rest. Then we got another word coming up. Oh, good. I'm glad y'all can see the word change. Coordinate. Okay, I ain't gonna try y'all on that boomerang.
Wow.
Movie with Robin Gibbons and Eddie Murphy and all that. Coordinate. I'm not gonna try y'all. So coordinate. But we say rest in peace to Chris. Rest in peace to his parents who have transitioned. And I thought they did a really good job in making sure that whenever he was interviewed, they were right there. And I'm very proud to be a classmate and a friend who believed him, and again, being in media for 21 years, not to let that narrative get lost in the sauce. Okay? So it says coordinate, and we're gonna see what else it says. Now, oh, Scarlet! Now this one is too funny because it says Scarlets. Okay, so we got Scarlet right here. Don't blink. Woo! Don't blink. Now we just had 2 cars that come by and a truck. So, but Scarlet is crazy because that's a nickname for our baby right here. That's not her full name. But look how red it's getting. Don't blink. Oh man. Full of, that's all right. Full of max. Are we at the max? All these words are throwing out and the traffic is starting to wrap up, so we love that. One thing I can say, like I said, there's a lot of people on this road, and they know the turn. It's a lot of people on this road, and so we got Max right here, so they know that this is a good time right here to kind of do your stuff, because it's also the weekend. It's Friday and you don't have such a desolate road. Even back then at night though, it would have got a little quiet, but I'm just so glad, you know, like Chris made it on out of there. All right, the word, it says tell. I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna talk my talk. That's right. I'm proud, class of 1989. The summer of 88, we got our summer shut down for the most part. Coming off juniors in high school and was to come back as seniors. And yeah, I'm gonna tell it because it's the tell it. That was so crazy that night when we was at Hardy, because you know, you could just do a movie. It's like, you know, I Know What You Did Last Summer, different stuff like that. You could see like all of us just sitting there intently listening to Chris and asking questions, and you know, it was just like, yeah, man, we're so glad that you're okay. All right, so we're gonna go back through this word list, and we're gonna wait on about 3 more words before we roll on this session here. And I love how the sun is coming in, so you know, in and out and everything like that. And I love that we're in the big ESV, because it's big enough where you can see and they can see you from all points of the road. All right, so let's go through this word list again, everybody, before we're out of here. Something, wagon, fall, lie, sat. Now, sat was important because I was like, is Elizabeth going to show another sighting? And then Saturday, because you know, Saturday is going to be the Lizardman Stomp in South Carolina. Dig, mansion. Dig could also be, like I said, don't go so dark all the time. Could be like, I dig what you're doing there. I don't know. Sacra Rest. I'm gonna have to figure out what is that. Scarlet. This is the nickname for this one. It's so funny. Don't blank, full, and max until. And Max, I don't know, because you know, our family dog is named Max, so I just don't know. But right now we're still on tail. So with the sunbeams coming in, thank you God, I love it, because it warms you up, even though it's, you know, it's summertime. Happy summer, everybody. Tell is where we are. So yeah, I'm telling it, my story of how we felt. So we'll talk about the scientific parts of that on tomorrow when we come back. But yeah, everybody's zooming through here. All right, so I'm gonna turn this around and just see the lushness. See how pretty the sun came back out, and you can just see people zooming, passing. So I want you to see a little bit of that too. You're not seeing their license plates or anything like that, because we definitely want to keep privacy. And I love how this road is set up, because people hit the fork and they're coming behind, and then here's another car that's truck. You see how they zooming? They don't be playing around. So I'm sure you'll see the other paranormal investigations who are coming to the Lizardman Stomp, and I'm not sure when they're going to be doing theirs, but you know, a lot of people come do their stuff at night. But one thing is for sure, you don't have to come at night to get any type of spiritual readings or from the outer limits or anything like that. But yeah, that moment in time is just something unforgettable, and I think it's good for the city to do the Lizardman Stomp, whoever wants to come. But there's nothing like holding on to the accurate accounts without any sensationalism. There was a young man of color. There was also a family of color who saw these sightings, and scientists came through and they got their accounts, and those around them believed them. Not only with the evidence there, but because they know that they were good people coming from good families. All right, we got another word that came through, and it was aura. O-U-R-A. So tell the story of us. Maybe that could be it. Our, tell the story of our son. Tell the story. You know, you just don't know, because it just gives the one words. All right, so we're gonna see if a little bit more traffic comes in, and we're gonna wait on one more word. We got some more traffic. Here's another car coming around the lane. So yeah, it's pretty, the road is pretty busy. Sometimes it can be as busy as others, and I just don't think nobody will forget the summer of '88, and especially if you lived it. It's a lot of my classmates that lived it, and other adults, you know, that lived it. And you know, some people put it all from their mind. You do have a lot of skeptics because of how it got sensationalized, but the thing is that it changed a lot of people's lives. God-fearing, good family people, how, you know, they experience this. And you know that when you know people like that, there's nothing really to gain from that, of course. And again, as teenagers, there was nothing to gain except for our summer got shut down. Okay, so when you look at this, like I said, the stretch of road, it is just straight, lush, from one side of the road to the next. And with those type of sightings and the way animals move, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Lizardman, anything like that, they move from different parts of the forest, traveling from one part of the forest to the next. And now it's getting so difficult that you can see them in neighborhoods, if that's the case. Not so much the Sasquatch, the Lizardman, the Bigfoot, but like animals. Like at one point, my mom was in the city limits. Deers, you know, we have deers that just eat from the trees and the grass and all that. We didn't have that before, but a lot of people are seeing them. Even out at the lake, you know, we have the deers and stuff in the yard there, and other people see it too in residential neighborhoods. But oh my God, Fuzzy! Oh, we about to be up out of here. Fuzzy, Lizardman, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, but not yet. Ready to go. But what I was saying, with all the development of houses, developers are moving more into the rules that you can hardly tell from the rule to the city limits. Another word is going to be coming through here, Fuzzy. You know, where do the animals have to go? This is getting real red hot. Fire! Carrier! Ooh, they're coming. Oh, they just, different words came in here through quick. Fire, carrier. Fuzzy, fire, carrier. See if we can get one more word coming through here. Thank you so much for locking into the first session. Come on back tomorrow because we're going to be going to the Lizardman stop, and I'm going to see about getting some paraphernalia, and then we're going to do another session to round out the 2-day of myself for the 35th anniversary. And we're going to have some southern breakfast. I'm going to find some southern breakfast to go to when we come and do that session real quick. And it will be no talking like now. We're just going to come back, do the session, let the words throw, and let's go from there. Don't move right now. Alright, so all we have here is carrier. And you know, I want to give a shout out to my mom because this is not her scene. My mom would take this road too a lot too. Again, she taught the beautiful children out in this area. She is beloved. And you can tell when you're beloved, but when you have your students now grown up, and some of them were some of my classmates and before me that graduated before me, and they took my mom and other teachers out to dinner because they've thought of them fondly. So that's a testament to the teachers and everything. So when we're out here, you know, she knows this road well, and a lot of these people up in here. We got another word that says half. We have been at different places, and mom's going in to get her food or something like that, and as a student, they was like, Miss Davis! Oh, I'm paid for this. Miss Davis, put your money back. Put your money back, Miss Davis. So they have a love for her. She has a love for her children. She taught some of their children, and when she got ready to retire, a lot of them was like, oh my God, Miss Davis, I got one more baby, I got 2 more babies, we want you to teach them. I was like, no, I'm done. I've done my decades on decades on decades. So there's a big love for my mom out here in this area as well. Alright, so I thank my mom because again, this is not her scene, but she loved her baby. I was like, I'm coming out here by myself. She's like, no you're not. I'm going right with you. So mom is ready to go. We're about to go get some good salads, rest up, and it's always good coming back here, and I love it. I have the best of both worlds. Another word has not come up yet. I have the best of both worlds. Southern South Carolina, here in Lee County, and then we're also from the parts of Beaufort and Charleston, and we're Sea Islands. That's where the family is originally from, the Sea Islands of South Carolina. So Gullah Nation, and I love that. And then I have the best of both worlds for Tampa. Okay, you can't beat that. Okay, Island. So I'm a Tampa Floridian. My parents met in college. They were engaged and they got married, and then thus here I am. So I love it. I love the best of both worlds. I wouldn't have it any other way. A true Floridian at heart, and I love my southern South Carolina roots as well. All right, so we got half, and that's it. So we're gonna run down this, and that's it. Something, wagon, fall, lie, L-I-E, sat, dig, mansion, coordinate, scarlet, don't blink, full, max, tell, hour, fuzzy caught me. Fire, carrier, half. The half has never been told. That's what my great grandmother would say. That could be some love from above. So I think we're in it at that. I'm gonna go ahead and export that list, and it's real cool because you can look back at it and you can decipher it. So I'm gonna go ahead and save that list. I love it how it does the list for me, and then I can look back at it. So I'm gonna go ahead and save it. Thank you so much, everybody, for locking in with me. Rest in peace, rest in love to Chris. Love always to the Wave family. And we'll be talking a lot more Scientifica when we go get that Southern breakfast. Then we're going to be going to see the happenings at the Lizardman Stomp. And I got some cosplay that's going to happen for you all. And then this will be uploaded on Sunday because I got to be out of here. I'm jet setting. But always a pleasure. Thank you so much for locking in, everybody. I love that. The last word was half. And my great grandmother, who lived to 109 years old, and I was 29 years old, and she transitioned in the year 2000, she always said, the half has never been told. And then we end with the word half. Peace and love, everybody. Stay safe and always watch your surroundings. And remember, we're not alone. The half has never